Broadcasting live and direct. Right back at you again with another 426 show with my host, the Big OC. What's going on,
Chilling,
brother?
chilling. We just pop right in. You know what I'm saying? After
Mhm.
intro, just
Get
come right in, get right to it.
get right to it, straight and uncut, man.
You know what I'm
Straight
saying?
and raw on these folks, man. That's how we got to do it, man. We ain't playing no games, no cuts, man.
Mm,
Trim the fat, get straight to the meat of the
right.
matter. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, we're gonna kick it off right now with the gonna talk about this George Floyd fan, man.
Mm. George Floyd. You know,
Yes, sir.
27 million. I believe that's always the cheese on the trap. You know what I'm saying? They
Right.
put the 27 million out there before they hit you with the with the oopty wop. You know what I'm saying? If I could
Yeah.
steal a phrase from my brother Breadman. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah.
Um,
With not guilty. You think they're gonna try to
you know,
do the not
it's
guilty?
it's hard to say. You know what I'm saying? It's hard to say
Mhm.
because if this one comes back not guilty, then everything that black folks have ever said about the justice system, as far as the rhetoric we tend to use, as far as we can't get no justice. You know what I'm saying? That's
Right.
all going to be true. You know what I'm saying? Because
Yeah.
a blind man can call this one. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? But the 27 million, I think, is to try and squelch some
Yeah.
of the protests that may be brewing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah. Because this right here, this is one of the largest settlements ever. Uh, when it comes to a officer involved killing and the city settling with the family.
Yep.
27 million, man. That is a lot of money, man. And to me, it is justified. At the end of the day, like we said before, money doesn't bring the person back at all. But I mean, this is just more than evident that the officers were negligent and were the cause of his death. I was arguing with a police friend of mine, a friend of mine from high school. Wait, we go way back and everything. He ended up being a police officer, and yeah, he was trying to justify. He's saying that the officer didn't kill him. Him and Auntie Ruckus. You know, he sides with her a lot.
Mm.
He's an officer of the Caucasian persuasion, and he's trying to say that George Floyd wasn't killed. He was trying to say
He died
he
from the
died,
fentanyl, right? From the fentanyl.
yeah, from the fentanyl in the system.
And
But
and that's dumb of a cop. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
If anybody, a cop should understand addiction, right?
right,
So an amount that would that would 9 times out of 10 knock a normal man out.
mm,
Somebody who's addicted, that's just par for the course.
right,
His body is prepared for that dose. You know what I'm saying?
right,
So
yeah,
anybody that uses the fentanyl excuse is retarded because
mm,
um, his tolerance level, you know what I'm saying,
right,
is there to be able to handle, whatever he was putting into his body. Now, if somebody's going to continue to believe that a knee on your neck and two other officers on your back and on your legs where you can't move, if that didn't if that wasn't the catalyst for his death, then I really don't want to have the conversation with you
yeah, because
because
like
I'm gonna look at you funny,
yeah,
and
and that's
I may have to
that's
tell you
exactly
something you don't want to hear.
yeah, that's exactly what I told him. I was like, come on, man. I was like I'll look on it. It's like you being a dumbass.
Yeah, let
It's
me
like
let me kneel on your neck. Tell him, let me kneel on your neck, and let me
yeah,
put two more people on your back, and
mm,
then for 8 minutes, and let me see how you fare.
yeah. See, matter of fact, hold on. Let me go in here. I ain't gonna put his name out there, but in our conversations. Yeah, he says in our conversations here. Let me see. So this guy, he's a former cop with Irvine PD. I said, he said, he said your favorite girl, and then he quotes from Candace Owens' Twitter page where George Floyd had multiple autopsies and they all concluded the same. He was a drug addict who had enough drugs in him to overdose. So I told him, I said, now let's say that was the case. Okay. I said, so how is kneeling on him, his neck, controlling a drug overdose? Is that the approach? If George Floyd was overdosing from drugs, what did the police officer do to help him? Did
Right.
he did he help him, or did he add to it? Did he
Right.
contribute? If he even if he was suffering a drug overdose, he definitely didn't contribute to it, right? And then
Listen,
so uh,
simple question. And that question that you ask is so simple that it would probably stump most people because
mhm,
they're not thinking about this correctly, right? Um,
mhm.
Simple question. So you're telling me if George Floyd would have been left alone that day, we would have found him dead somewhere of an overdose. Then that's what you're telling me. You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying?
yeah, like like that's how they trying to paint the picture. So I told him, I said, so what he was, I told him, I said, so what the f was he accomplishing by kneeling on his neck for over 8 minutes? I said, show me where that's in the handbook.
Right.
Don't be a dumbass, right? So
Right.
then he comes back. I was specifically taught to kneel on the neck in training. The optics are bad, but he didn't kill him. So my response was, I said, you playing stupid. I said, so how long are you supposed to kneel on the neck? When does
Yeah.
that
Until
become a
when?
yeah? And I said, and when does it become a threat to the apprehended? So then this officer, my officer friend, his response, I agree. He should have moved his knee to his upper back.
Now tell me something. Nobody ever wants to mention the other two officers that were on his legs and on his back.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? We all look at the one dude, with the knee on the neck, but no, there were three dudes on top of him.
Three
Three.
people. And he was well in control and apprehended. He was not a threat. They had him under control. So at some point they should have put him in cuffs, put him on his knees, and put him in the car. But
Regardless, everyone's gonna speak, from their standpoint, or nobody has any more information than what's come out, right?
right,
Nobody knows what it. See, this the thing. If the cop comes out and says, "Yeah, I kneeled on his neck because I was trying to kill him," then what is everybody else gonna say?
hey, some people
Are
people
they
will
gonna argue with
still
him and say, "No,
uh,
no, 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 it was
yeah,
a fentanyl"?
people
I
still
think he's
will.
lying.
Yeah, they're still going to lie, man. They're still going to, blue side with the blue. At the end
Right.
of the day,
The
it's like,
question is too: what's the 27 million about?
yeah,
They're paying the money because what? Because
yeah,
he overdosed.
yeah, because they know
People should
that
start overdosing regularly. Then, if you're gonna get 27 million,
exactly, exactly 27 million. They're paying out 27 million for a reason.
right?
That 8 minutes was not taught in the police academy.
Nope.
Kneeling on somebody's neck, obstructing their breathing for 8 minutes is not something
Right.
that's taught in the police academy.
And once again, this is just a conversation that gets sparked because the other side wants it to make it a your side, my side type thing. I
It,
don't
it,
even want to get into a your side, my side type thing. I just want to
Exactly.
speak. I want to speak to it from just a human standpoint.
Yeah, a human being. Like, regardless of whatever's happening, the guy used
Let
drugs, whatever.
let that have been a dog.
Oh my goodness.
Let
Yeah,
that have been a dog. Chauvin
and-
would be under the jail.
exactly.
Under it.
Exactly. Like, I mean, Michael Vick. Like, I hope the guy gets as much prison time that Michael Vick did. I hope David Chavis, whatever his punk ass name is, I hope he gets at least that time. I mean, the guy was a troubled officer that had several different, multiple charges, police brutality charges, and investigations, all type of stuff throughout his police career. So he shouldn't even been on the force anyway. Look,
Right.
let's go.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say let's go ahead and play the clip. Go
Oh,
ahead.
go ahead. I was gonna say, and this is all part of it. You know what I'm saying? We're hoping that, not only does the officer, get brought to justice or the family gets justice, but at the same time, some new laws hit the books because I believe what people want to know is I want to see that officer's record. I want to see, his disciplinary past. You know what I'm saying? I want
Right.
to know what kind of officers you guys have walking these streets because you say it's not all officers, but this clearly was a bad one,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Because
Clearly.
and let's not even base it on this one incident, right? Let's
Right.
base it on what's come out, since all this has happened, and we clearly see that this was not a good officer here.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
somehow he happened to stay on the force, continuing to terrorize the people that are in his jurisdiction, and that's just not right.
Not at all. And and the family got 27 million. That's a huge settlement, one of the biggest in the history of the United States. But like I said, it's not going to bring George Floyd back. Hopefully, he receives justice. But let's go ahead and play the clip.
Out of Minneapolis tonight, the city council there voting unanimously to a $27 million deal, a settlement with the family of George Floyd. There's also news tonight in the trial of former police officer Derek Chauvin, accused in Floyd's death. ABC's Alex Perez again tonight.
A watershed moment tonight for the heartbroken family of George Floyd. The Minneapolis City Council unanimously approving a $27 million settlement.
No amount of money can ever address the intense pain or trauma caused by this death.
Floyd family attorney Ben Crump calling it the largest pretrial settlement in a civil rights wrongful death case in U.S. history.
It's not just enough for America to say that Black Lives Matter. We have to show that Black Lives Matter by our actions.
Floyd's family thanking the millions of demonstrators around the world who they say created a movement. Floyd's younger brother Felonius believes his big brother is still by his side in spirit.
If I can get him back, I will give all of this back.
The historic settlement announced as jury selection continues in Derek Chauvin's trial. The second woman, a single mom of teenage boys, added to the panel today.
You did indicate you have some empathy for the officers. Fair.
Fair. I said earlier, too, that I have empathy for George Floyd as well.
And David, the court now has about half the number of jurors needed. Opening arguments are set to begin March 29th. David?
All right, Alex Perez on this all week long for us. Thank you, Alex.
Yeah, man. So his trial's getting started, and man, I wish I could be on that jury, man. Man, like,
Well, man, let me tell you this. Regardless of what you think about Ben Crump, hey, homeboy gets that paper in. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
He
right,
jumps on these cases and gets that paper. And see, people sometimes don't connect the dots on Ben Crump. He ain't just some ambulance chasing lawyer. You know what I'm saying? He's he got a firm and they bring bread in. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So
yeah, he did.
hey,
He did that with this one, but I mean, this is like pretty much this is an alley oop. Like I mean, you got to think with this with the George Floyd's case is one of the biggest, most impactful cases in modern history. I mean, it shook the world.
right.
You know, it shook the world. So I mean, this is pretty. This is open and shut. I could have went and got him. I'd have got him 20 million myself. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but
Yeah,
to 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 make sure that if they don't want to create a another riot situation, more marches in the streets, they need to um, try and make sure a lot of these talking heads, a lot of these news outlets try to keep the civility. You know what I'm saying when it comes to this issue, because they're going to continue to throw red meat at their side, and that doesn't do nothing but polarize this issue even more, and that's going to push people to their corners instead of people just saying, hey, somebody's dead, regardless of any of all the other nonsense that went on. I'm gonna just go off what my eyes saw, and I just wish people would just look at this case based on what your eyes saw, nothing else, not what you read, not what this person said, not what that person said. Turn the sound down and just watch it with your eyes, and then tell me if that was right or if that was wrong.
I mean, it's obvious that I mean, it is obvious. He got murdered in front of the world. It was
That's like a
broadcast.
side note.
Yeah,
But see,
you
that
know.
becomes a side note to the naysayers. They say,
Yeah,
"Oh yeah, it was wrong." Yes, and let me just say it right up front. George Floyd was murdered. Okay, he was murdered. The cop should be tried and convicted. If he's convicted, found guilty, then he should go to jail.
yeah,
And then after that, I got another hour worth of talking though about
yeah,
George Floyd.
yeah,
It ain't
yeah,
got nothing to do with the murder, nothing to do with the cop. It's gonna be on some
yeah.
some some whole other stuff to
His
take you up,
character,
around, and down, and around the hill.
his past, and then your political outlook,
Right,
and where you stand when it comes to police, and then, they throw all the BS in the mix, and then that's when the truth becomes overlooked
right,
based upon political point of view instead of the actual
right,
factual. The man's life was taken away. He got
right,
murdered. It wasn't deserved. Um, even if he did slide a counterfeit $20 bill, which was proven, which was proven that didn't happen. Even if all of this, even the police interaction should have never even happened. And even though it did, it shouldn't have led to a murder. The man shouldn't have got killed. I'm mad at the officers that was holding him down as well because they didn't intervene. But I'm more so mad at the David guy, the guy that had problems in the past when it comes to police brutality and misconduct.
right.
And I'm mad at the force for even allowing such a piece of feces cot be allowed to be on the force.
It's just a matter of time. When and I don't look at a whole bunch of statistics. I just try to look at just human behavior, right? If you're a
Right,
cop and you're doing grimy stuff and you continuously get away with it, just like any criminal, your crimes are going to grow too.
right,
You know what I'm saying? You start with stealing from here, and then it moves to this, and it moves to that, to cars. Now you breaking in houses. Now, you know what I'm saying? I
right,
look at a cop the same way. You start low, lying on somebody, then you planting drugs on somebody, and then you may be arresting somebody for nothing. You know what I'm saying? It just continues to escalate, and it
Right.
looks like for a cop, the ultimate escalation is you murdering somebody based on your bad attitude and you not being disciplined properly for previous conduct.
Right. Yeah, and this is what happens. Like, see, this is a perfect example of something the police. All of this could have been avoided. The a life could have still been here, and the city of Minneapolis wouldn't have had to pay out 27 million.
Right.
Had they would have done the proper protocol and relieved this officer of his duty a long time ago when they had other chances to do so. You know,
Right.
by them not doing their due diligence, and by them not doing quality assurance, um, and letting this officer just continue to go on throughout his career doing these type of things, we wouldn't be here. Now here we are. Man lost his life, and now the city has been lost 27 million. And hopefully, the jurors don't let the politics and everything else sway them, and and the prosecution isn't crooked, because then if that's the case, we already know they're gonna tear the city up. We already know they're gonna tear the city up, and 9 times out of 10, it's all going to trickle across the United States of America into other municipalities, other
Yep.
regions, and
Yep.
it's going to be a catastrophe.
Yep. And they have to know that because people now are able to mobilize. You know how they always say that social media mobilizes people a lot faster, and
Right.
it's been proven. It's been
Yep.
proven time and time again that they cannot get out in front of any of these protests. A lot of them are spontaneous. They send a
Mhm.
call out, and they can have a couple hundred people wherever they need them. So they hopefully they do the right thing and not try to shape this case, in a way that the people can see that there's some flim flam going on. Because I believe that once again, there's a lot of time out there, and people are preparing, for the worst. They're
Right.
not preparing for the best, and that's what I think they understand, that people are preparing for the worst. They ain't
Yeah.
preparing for the best
Yeah.
because they don't
Now
expect
go.
the right thing to get done.
Now. See, Candace Owens. You know, she spoke down on George Floyd, and
Hmm.
she
Right
ripped
away.
him, and anybody else that had police brutality or had their lives taken away. Candace Owens always seems to
Grift.
find a way to tear the victims down.
Right.
So
Grift over to the right. You know what I'm saying? Grift to the right.
yeah, yeah, and so we have Stacey Dash, man. Stacey Dash, she was the original Candace Owens. She got hired. She was actually a correspondent with Fox News, and Stacey Dash. She was that actress. You know, I mean, I used to crush on her, man,
Hmm.
until I started seeing her viewpoints, man.
Till she
You know,
started talking.
yeah, she started talking, and just her ideologies, they just all came out, and she seems like every time she opened her mouth, she was tearing down a black person. So now she wants to apologize. She came back into the media, trying to apologize about her past discrepancies, and her viewpoint. You
Right.
know, she wants us to empathize with her now. She realizes the error in her ways.
And you see a lot of Trump people now trying to jump ship, and I believe a lot of them are using the Capitol riots as an excuse to try and jump off the ship.
Uh,
Stacey said she had her little can line, just like a lot of the Republicans. It reads like this: I think the Capitol riots were appalling. She said.
yeah,
When that
Right.
happened, I was like, okay, I'm done. I'm truly done. Because
Right.
senseless violence of any kind, I denounce. What happened on January 6th was just appalling and stupid. It's like, man, that right there was something that I guess, and you got to say it's mostly grifters, right? And I call them grifters. That's the word out there, man. You know,
Mhm.
she was only on that side when it was paying dividends. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Now it doesn't pay to be on that side. So she's trying to fall back. But people have short memories, man. We have short memories. Give it a few months, she'll be running for a Democratic seat somewhere.
Yeah. Right. But
Because
I don't think we ready to let her back in. I know the Democrat. I can't say we because I'm not a Democrat. I'm independent. I'm an American, a black American, B1. But so I can't say we, but I don't think Democrats will let her back into the party. Let's listen to the clip here with her trying to explain herself. Hold on. I'm not sure why it's taking so long to load.
Now we turn to Stacey Dash.
There we go.
Personal policy, no more politics. The former Fox contributor and Trump supporter is now completely stepping away from the political scene. And this one, our actress sat down with us for an exclusive interview. Talk all of that. I
Lived my life being angry, which was what I was on Fox News. I was the angry, conservative black woman. And at that time in my life, it was who I was. And I realized in 2016 that anger is unsustainable and it will destroy you. And what people don't know is I made a lot of mistakes. And because of that anger,
senior correspondent Lisa Quarles is
So she said, "What people don't know, she made a lot of mistakes." I mean, but we know that, Stacy.
right.
I mean, it was known. It's like anytime Fox News gives somebody a check, man, give a black person a check. Nine and a half out of the 10 times they're giving that person a check to throw black people under the bus. You know, and my question is, what was she so angry about? They said she was angry. Like, what are you angry about? Like, I don't get it. Like, her whole
Well,
viewpoint.
it's all around anger. Listen, I don't know how often you watch Fox News, right? But just
Mm,
one day, just do like a little test, right? Just put it on and leave it on all day, and just
uh,
focus on the anchors. You know what I'm saying? Pay attention and watch it. And what you'll find is everybody's angry on Fox.
yeah,
Everybody's upset because what you'll find a lot of times is, even though yes, I understand you're conservative, right? And you look for small government, you know, um, less taxes, things like that is what you say you believe in.
mm,
But it seems like most of the policies that Republicans put forward or conservatives put forward tend to hurt people, right?
right,
It's always hurting somebody, or a policy to take something away from somebody.
yeah,
And
always
and
taken away.
and I think that's where the anger comes from on their side, because it's always them saying, "Why is this group getting something? We don't like it. We don't like it." So they beat the drum and their you know their viewers or their constituents that are out there, they don't take the time to go and truly read the story. They like the newscaster enough, and they believe them.
Yeah, yeah. They pretty much the viewer, the Fox News viewer is the person that's looking to scapegoat and blame the reason why they're where they are in their lives on the general public receiving help, and the general public not fending for themselves, and that's what Fox News. I think personally, I think Fox News does an injustice to America, like as a whole. I feel like it fans division. I feel like it fans the flames for people to be upset and to get mad. It's like Stacey Dash, and it's like like I said, any black person that appears on Fox is they're spending 99% of the time tearing down black people, tearing down their own. So she was nothing but a token, a token puppet, and
And
and now that she's shunned from society, now that the people that supported her, and because she came from pop culture, she came from Hollywood, she came from the hip hop culture embraced her, but now she burnt those bridges, and now she wants to come back to society. She wants to be forgiven. She's like, hey, I was with Trump. He's not in office anymore, and it's over with. She's trying to act as if it was just a phase, and she's seen the light. And I'm saying no, Stacey. No, Miss Dash, you can't come to the cookout. You are not invited. And if I see you with a plate, put it down. You know what I'm saying? And no, we ain't got no foil for you. We don't have no aluminum foil for you. You're not invited. I don't care if you bring a dish, you're still not invited. We don't want you. Go
hey,
back
like
where
I
you were.
said, politics, man, you can jump from one side to the other. Remember, Candace
Mhm.
Owens used to be a Democrat, right?
Right, right.
So
Yeah.
you can jump from one side to the other.
Mm.
It's just that allure of celebrity is accepted. Once you jump into politics, there's going to be one side or the other that's going to take you on
Right.
because they know you bring, a certain cachet, or you bring your fans. Even if your fans may not vote for the particular candidate, they possibly may donate some money. There are possibly some more viewers for a particular channel. So over the next 4 years, I want to see what black folks emerge on that side now to take over since Stacey's jumping ship. What was her name? Who's the one? Omarosa jump
Mm.
ship. So we need to see who's gonna fill those shoes, and I guess your girl Candace, she got a new little show. They're putting some production, behind her, and they're really trying
Mm.
to push her out there right now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I seen a little advertisement, had her hair blowing in the wind. You know what I'm saying? So I know who
Mm.
they're trying to appeal to. You know what I'm saying? So we it's easy to put money in her pocket, but she's not
Mm.
going to get any black support, none. And
No,
I
no.
don't see her show lasting long. I don't know why she thinks her show's going to last,
Like,
but she's
like I
not going to
said,
get any black
man,
support.
Republicans, they'll put money in our pocket.
Right?
Like you had an idea. I remember, I remember talking to you a while back. Republicans, it, they're gonna put money in black people's pockets, especially if the black people gonna throw other black people under the bus, right?
Hmm.
See, that with Candace Owens is by her having her own show. She's about to spread herself that much thinner, you know, and then she's going to expose herself as well, that
Right.
much thinner. Because what's going to happen is she's going to feel the back. She's going to feel the wave, the backlash, the wave coming from Black America.
Hmm.
She's gonna feel it. See, Republicans are looking at her like she's the end all be all for Black people. Like she's the Moses for Black people. Like, you know, they feel like she's about to bring, you know, more blacks to the platform. You know, she had the Blexit and and all that, and then even Kanye woke up. He was like, hold on. Nah, I'm not with this. What you talking about? I'm not with this. You know, even Kanye abandoned ship, you know, at the last minute. And see, the more exposure Candace Owens gets, the more her cover's going to be blown. Like, but Republicans don't know no better, man. They've been crashing and burning now for like the last 12 years, man.
Right.
And you know,
And
they're just
and
going
and
to,
right. And I just don't think they can see it that
you know,
you think your party's growing. You think
mm,
they want to break it down by statistics. Oh, we got this many more Hispanic votes. We got this many more African American votes, but you lost. You still
lost
lost.
and lost
So
everything. Lost
exactly. So understand
everything.
that ship is sinking. It's sinking as these old Republicans begin to fall down. You the new Republicans you're trying to replace with the old are even more radical than the old ones. And the problem with that is they don't have a foundation to have that sort of attitude or idea about the country. You grew up the same
None
way
whatsoever.
everyone else grew up. You didn't grow up in the 50s, in the
Right.
40s, in the 60s. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
you cannot have the same ideology, the same approach as those Republicans from that time.
Yeah.
Because
And
if
see
you
that.
do, it's not going to work because it didn't work. Not for minorities, at least.
Yeah. And that's what they're banking on. They're banking on Candace is the new wave of Republicans, but Candace is the lost wave of
Exactly.
Republicans. It's not the new wave. It's the wave that's lost. It's the wave that's gonna sputter out, and they're gonna learn the hard way, man. You know.
No, no. See, for her, it's good. For her individually, she puts bread in her pocket. She gets exposure. Da 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 da. So for
Right.
her, it's fine. But for the
Mhm.
people that are going to follow behind her, it,
Mhm.
it's just going to sputter out after a while. It'll start off hot, and then it'll
Right.
definitely get cold quick.
Yeah, yeah.
And
She's going to expose herself. Like, first of all, she's not politically savvy. All Candace Owens is she's a one trick pony, man. It's all she does is talking points.
right,
But once you grill her past the talking points, she has nothing.
right, and
You
she's only
know,
going to talk to specific people.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
exactly. Like yeah, like people that are gonna give her the softball questions and the softball answers. You know, the people.
Or that will sometimes stick to some of the talking points, from this
Yeah,
side. You know
similar
what
to
I'm
her
saying?
platform.
Yeah, yeah. If you do that, then you just get into a tit for tat when we understand, the Democratic side of it is gonna empathize with the issues of the downtrodden, right? Because
Right,
it's them that are talking about pulling kids out of poverty, right?
right.
So, um,
Yeah, like she'll never have like Roland Martin on her
negative,
platform.
negative,
Somebody that will just grill her and cook her, but she can't keep up with them politically. Like nowhere near as savvy, nowhere near it's like I said. What's going to happen with her having her own show is it's going to the veil is going to be pulled back, and everybody's going to see like the what's so celebrated about her. Everybody's going to see is just an idea, just ideology, but the substance You know, when you open that hood and find out what's under that hood, you're gonna
Right.
find out that it's a couple of the cylinders are blown. They're not there, man. It's not everything that it looks like. It's a salvage title, man. At the end of the day, she's a
Exactly.
fraud. She's about to be exposed. You know, I truly
Yeah.
believe that.
But once again, as long as she's getting her bread, it's something that you deal with in this this makeup today, because
Hmm.
like I said, people got small or short memories.
Right,
This will be a blip on the screen. You know what I'm saying? In 10 years.
right, yeah. Because see, they got her. They some people uh, liken her to be the 2024 candidate for president. You know, and so all this is ramping up and setting her up for to ascend politically, like her getting her show and everything, and it's
Yeah,
just it,
because it's that easy. It's that easy. It's
yeah,
really that easy, man. You know what I'm
mhm.
saying? And they're showing you it's easy to do.
As long as you
Get
tearing
out
down your
there.
own,
Exactly.
you
Get
know,
out there and get on Republican stations and talk super crazy about black folks, because no one on the Republican side is going to challenge you. You could say
right?
anything, anything,
Hmm.
anything, and they're
Yeah,
going
they're
to go
gonna
with it.
applaud you. They're gonna applaud you, like yeah, you know.
Yeah, don't you know? Black people, all they do is spend their money on tennis shoes.
Hmm.
Yeah, yeah, that's right. You're right, Candace. That's so
Hmm.
insightful.
You know, she's a fraud, man, and I can't wait for her. Just like Stacey Dash fizzled out. Candace Owens is on her way. She's the next one. But going from Stacey Dash, Stacey Dash was in Kanye's one of Kanye's first successful videos, right?
I'm sure. I know
Uh,
that's Dame Dash's cousin, and you would think
yeah,
you talk to your people, man.
yeah. And then, yeah, even Dame Dash, he disowned her too. He disowns Stacey too. But it looks like Kanye and we'll switch it up. We switch it up. We don't just stick to politics here. We switch it up, and I mean, and technically, this is politics because Kanye actually had a presidential run
Right,
or vice
right. He was a
president.
candidate. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
he was a candidate. But yeah, we switch around. We jump to different topics and stuff like that. And this next topic, it looks like Kanye West has decided that he won't be communicating directly with Kim Kardashian. It looks like she's not allowed to reach out to him. She has to, in fact, she has to contact security anytime she wants to talk to Kanye, man. You know,
Um,
that's
hey, stupid is as stupid does, man.
right,
I keep it
right,
simple, man. I don't. Kanye, you know what it is, man. A lot of times when people are celebrity, your celebrity is respected so much that people will allow you to say and do almost anything without you challenging them because of their celebrity, right? So what we're
right,
seeing is, it seems like on the outside, Kanye could be, sometimes a commanding figure, somebody who has control over certain aspects, of his life. But
mhm,
as time goes, the wool is getting uncovered, and it seems like you might be getting ran, homie.
right,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Kim might have put that battery in you and got you out there on some sucker shit.
yeah,
Because what he's doing right now to me sounds like some sucker shit. She can't call. He got to go through security. That to me,
yeah,
that sounds crazy.
yeah. It
That's more
does.
celebrity BS.
Yeah, yeah. It does, man. It's like, and it's sad. Like I was rooting for them as a couple. I mean, those two, like modern pop culture hip hop culture. I mean, they were the forefront, and it was like they're coming together as a family. So I was, I was rooting for them, man. But at the same time, I knew it was like a car accident just waiting to happen, just because
Right.
of Kanye is very volatile. You
I
know,
mean, you act like Kim could keep a man.
well,
I
I
mean, she
mean,
she got a piece in this too. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah, I'm not acting like. I'll put it to you this way: she can keep it. I do. Can she keep a man? I think she can keep a man, but the thing is, she throws men away. And my thing was, see, when Kanye got with her, and then when he started going through his spiritual transformation, that's when everything started clashing. It was like, because Kim Kardashian is already Kim Kardashian. She was already who she was going to be. But meanwhile, Kanye's going through all these transformations. He's going through all of these, just within himself spiritually. He's struggling within himself. Meanwhile, it was like Kim is like she's sure of who she is as a woman, who she is as a person, already who she is in life, and where she's going. I mean, she even got involved politically as well. I mean, truth be told, I mean, she's the reason why Kanye was able even to get into the White House with Trump, in the first place. So, and then Kim is going to law school, getting involved in legal, and she's helped free a lot of people that were wrongfully in prison and stuff like that. But then meanwhile, Kanye West, he wanted to run for president, but then he's all over the place, you know, with his spirituality, and then his dealing with his mental health, and he's all over the place. He was unstable. So my thing is, like, I saw him trying to we all saw him trying to constrict and control the image of Kim Kardashian. But it's like, honey, you knew what you were getting with when you got with it. Like, yeah, she makes a living off of her image. So I don't understand how he thought like he was gonna tone down her sexy, and how he thought like he was just gonna, like, she was just not gonna be Kim Kardashian. It's like, dude, you know who you mess with, who you took on, and they've been
Well,
dealing with each other
hold
for
on,
a long time, man.
hold on. Listen,
Hmm.
um, I believe everybody expects growth, right?
Right,
Inwardly and outwardly, right? You
right.
know, they were married, right? Yeah,
Hmm.
you're Kim Kardashian, but now
Hmm.
you're Kim Kardashian with how many kids?
Yeah, what is it? Three? They got
You know what
three.
I'm saying? So you're a mother at the same time now. So yeah,
Yeah,
we understand your image, and Kanye's probably like, yes, I understand where you came from, but you're not going in that direction anymore. You see what I'm
right,
saying? So
right.
there's a whole nother lane for Kim Kardashian, the mother, right? And I think Kanye may have wanted her to embrace that aspect of the game and get out of the limelight of it's all about your booty and all about your body and all about this. If you say you out there trying to become an attorney, then
Hmm.
you may need to get serious about everything, with your
Hmm.
life. You don't want everybody to continuously think that you're just a dodo bird, right?
Right. But yeah, I
So
mean, but she showed improved. She stepped up. I said she got
yeah,
she got
but
several.
did she step up like Beyonce?
I mean, what does
That's
that
what he
mean?
was looking for. That's what he was looking for. He wanted what Jay Z had. I got a pop star.
Uh,
I got an icon. And when Jay Z had his kids, you see Beyonce kind of fall back a little bit. You
right.
know what I'm saying? But
Mhm.
has Kim fell back?
I mean, I feel like she's evolved at the same time. She's not out there all the time like flaunting like she used to. She's not out there scantily clad in public like she used to.
Well,
I,
you
I
don't have to like you used to. It's already out there.
yeah, I mean, I feel like she showed evolution. She showed that she's evolved. At the
Well,
end of the day, it
she's
comes
now
out.
leaving another man. Now you're leaving. Before it was just a bunch of dudes that you got with. Now you're leaving the father of your children. I don't see the evolution. I mean, I hear what you're saying. I hear what you're saying,
but
but it's just more
but
of failed
it takes
relationships.
two. It takes two at
Yes,
the
but
same
she's been
time.
part of many.
Yeah,
She's
she's
been
been
part of
part.
many.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, is you got to be a secure man, and Kanye clearly was an insecure man. Like, see, I'm gonna go ahead and say it. We gotta have another one. We're gonna have one of them moments. I'm gonna go ahead and say it. When I started looking at Kanye completely different is when he was in the White House and told Trump that the hat made him feel
Gave
like a
him
man.
powers. Gave him powers.
Made him feel like a man. When he looked at him as a father figure, it's like you're a grown ass man. And here you go in here and you're gonna straight
Be a weirdo.
you're gonna credit this guy that you just now sitting with. You're gonna credit him as your father. Like, I was done with Kanye then. It was
I
like,
mean,
as a black man, that was offensive to me, man. That
it
was
sounded good
disgraceful.
though. It sounded good at the time. That's why
That
I
was
said it.
disgraceful, man. I'm gonna say it. First of all, you can't find your own masculinity within yourself. You need to find a masculinity by putting on a hat
Nah,
with a
he's an
slogan on it.
artist, man. He's an artist. You got to let
No,
that
no,
slide. You know what I'm saying?
no, no, no.
His mind. He's such a creator that
Yeah.
his mind is going in so many directions that it's hard for him to sometimes pinpoint exactly what he's trying to say. So sometimes things it's so much art flowing out of him to try and put that tapestry together and make sense of it is so difficult. Kanye is
Hey,
such
hey,
a complex species.
hey, the idiot, the idiot, just Jesse Lane Peterson say, beta male, straight up,
Beta, beta.
beta. Kanye went into the White House as a beta, like a disgrace to a black man.
Yeah,
Just a deep disgrace. You find your masculinity, and he makes you feel like a man. You find your masculinity from this white man making you feel like a man. Come on, bro. Man, if I was Kanye's daddy, I'd have showed up at his house and slapped him
and the
straight
thing
up.
about it is, you put such or you give such accolades to a person that's not going to respond back in a way
Straight up.
commiserate to the information that you just gave him, right? I'm bestowing on you fatherhood.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You just looking at me like silly Negro.
You know what I mean?
You know what I'm saying?
You know what I mean? It's like, man, just disgraceful. So, all right, you can't be if you're gonna deal with a Kim Kardashian or a Beyonce or any woman of that stature, you can't be an insecure man. So Kanye showed us that he's insecure. He even said, what did he even say? He said, I got lipo because you guys are making fun of me. I had to go
Right,
get surgery because you guys are making fun of me.
right. I didn't want
Insecure.
to go jog.
You know what
You
I'm
see,
saying?
I want to microwave everything.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm microwaving my whole life. I'm not gonna take the hard route. I'm not gonna do that. Why? The hard route
Yeah.
don't pay. I ain't gonna get I'm rich enough to get a trainer to get me right, to get a cook to cook everything I need to get me right. But nah, I'm gonna go get lipo.
Yeah,
because
but
I want to microwave everything. You know what I'm
and
saying?
used it as an excuse and said we made him. The fans made him do it.
Right.
Like that's insecure, man. Because at the end of the day, you don't move. The fans move for you. You don't move. You're not supposed to move for the fans, man. You if you secure in your manhood and who you are as a man, you're not gonna have to because some people online were making fun of you. Gonna have to go get your whole body augmented. So
But once
within
again,
this,
but remember, this is that new age of celebrity we're in, man. You know, remember the days when we didn't really know anything about our celebrities. If we wanted to find out anything, we'd have to go read. You know,
right,
we weren't able to get next to our celebrities. It wasn't a culture um of your celebrities really being out on Front Street. You know what I'm
right,
saying? Now
yeah,
social media has put them on Front Street. They feel like I need to be out here. I need to continuously be out here. I need to continuously have my name flowing through these search engines, and I need to be trending. And I think that's what is killing some of the celebrity. You're trending, and who's
mm,
to say any human can handle the type of celebrity that goes on today? Yes, I'm sure it would drive somebody crazy.
mm,
Look at you and your wife. Look what you've had to do. She's done pumped who knows how much, liquid into her booty. You know, you've done lipo. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Look what celebrity has caused you guys to have to do to try
yeah,
and maintain what an image that, at the end of the day, the
yeah,
people on the other end judging you don't care. They're just doing it because they don't have anything else to do. And you're really changing your life. You're really making decisions based on people sitting on the couch typing stuff in.
right. Yeah, and
Crazy.
at the end of the day, like the 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 ingredients for this match weren't going to happen. You can't get with a
Hmm.
woman like Kim Kardashian and be insecure.
Right.
It's not going to happen. You can't get into. You can't. I can't even say a woman like Kim Kardashian. They say you can't get with the Kardashian family and be an insecure man because the family is clearly dominated and ran by a hierarchy of women to the point to where even Bruce wouldn't converted himself into a woman. You know, so you have to be stable and you have to have some type of security and be self-assured and self-centered in who you are to deal with the Kardashians. And Kanye, that's not it. I'm trying to figure out. So how do you parent? How do you co-parent if you gotta call security to communicate with one another? That's weird to me. Like, how does that
Man,
work?
once again, just like anything, man, celebrities got to make everything complicated, right?
Hmm.
Everything's got to be complicated. It can't just be, hey, I'm coming by to pick up my kids. It's a whole production.
Mm.
Everything is a production, right?
Right.
And Kanye, once again, he just looks weaker, like you said, like a beta male. He just
Beta.
looks weaker. He's looking weaker and weaker every day. To
Right.
where I hope something tragic don't happen to Kanye. You know how, it looks like shit builds up a certain way
Right.
in these cats, and then all of a sudden. So hopefully
Yeah.
he can keep himself, keep his mind right. But what I don't want to hear is everybody out there making excuses for Kanye. Oh, he needs to get help. Oh, he's this. He's nah. Forget all that, man. Forget all that. Cats be knowing right and wrong. They just like to do stuff that's dumb.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
don't
And
want
then
to hear no one saying he needs to get help. He don't need to get help.
you,
He don't
you
need to
you
get
know
help.
you know they always make excuses for him. First he's a
Right.
genius. First he's a
Right.
genius, and they want to even though he sat there, they wanted to fall behind him and oh no, you just don't know what he means. You just
Right.
like I used to tell people this all the time. Kanye and Trump are both the only two people that need interpreters. You know what I'm saying? They speak the English language, but there's
Right.
always somebody that's trying to interpret to you what they just said.
Right.
Like like they're not speaking the English language. It's
Right.
like, you know, and he told us, I suffer from mental illness. I suffer from pain pill addiction. He told us, I
Bipolar.
suffer
Shit.
from bipolar. He told us these things about himself. So he got he got all these issues going with himself, man. And meanwhile, like it looks like Kim is she's secure in who she is as a person, as a woman, and where she's going and the direction she's going in her life. So, with that being said, that was destined to fall apart, man.
Yep.
You know,
Yep.
but so I just hope they can get it together and co-parent. They do have kids. They do have kids with each other, and so
This ain't the
hopefully,
last we heard of this, man.
yeah,
This ain't
yeah,
the last we heard. Because right now that means Kim is a single mother, right?
right, right,
So I wonder if she gonna get put into that bag like
mm-hmm.
all the other single mothers get put into that bag. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah,
But probably not.
yeah. We'll see. Whatever she does, however, she's gonna make it work for herself. Like I said, because she's she always thinks on a huge platform. She's worth a lot of money for a reason, man. You know, she's far from dumb as like some people try to paint her as and all that. And she's definitely trying to make an impact within the world. And both of them are, you know, both of them are trying to make a huge contribution, to the world. It just looks like Kanye is just he's just confused, and he's trying to find himself, and he's struggling. And I just wish him all the best, man. On to the next subject, though, man.
Hmm.
This is crazy right here, man. We gotta say R.I.P. man to boxing legend, you know,
Marvelous.
Marvin
Marvelous.
Hagler, man. This
Yeah,
dude,
man. Marvin Hagler, man. He was a solidified
a beast, man.
boxing superstar, man.
He is a beast. This man was a legend, man. This man, he fought. Uh, he's part of two of the biggest fights and two of the best fights in boxing history to me.
Yep.
Um, him
Hagler and
and
Hearns, baby. Hagler and Hearns.
yeah, man,
That was it
man.
right there. I remember as a young kid, man. Hagler and Hearns, man.
It
Hearns
was
had
a
that
war.
Jerry curl.
It was a war. They were banging, man. These
Yeah,
dudes they were hitting, and then
that
when
was
he fought
what.
Sugar Ray Leonard too, and this is one of the few men that had Sugar Ray kind of shook, man. Sugar Ray Leonard was shook fighting Marvin Hagler. He said he said he thought he might see death in that fight, man. You know,
Hmm.
Marvin Hagler he let it all out in the ring. Never backed down, always moving forward, put his head down, move forward.
Right,
And he brought it, man.
and
You
that and
know,
that's what it was, man. You know what I'm saying?
R.I.P. to the legend, man. But check this out. Now we got to say allegedly, just because I don't want YouTube to take us down, you know. But you heard about the death, right? His death,
Yeah.
the cause.
What you think?
They were saying that the cause of his death was the vaccine.
Hmm.
were the effects, after effects from the vaccine shot. So he got the shot and he started having effects. And he had to go to ICU.
I don't know.
ICU. In ICU, he passed away.
His wife though, saying it wasn't a vaccine. No, we think they paying her to do that.
Mm, what fight? One of the boxers, didn't one of the boxers say he had just got the shot and was
Yeah, he
suffering
may
from?
have just got it, but the wife says it wasn't a vaccine.
Mm,
But
mm,
see, this is my thing.
uh-huh.
If you older and you got any other underlying conditions, I wouldn't take no vaccine.
Mm,
You know what I'm saying?
right.
Like why put something in your body in your weakest state? You know what I'm saying? You already in your older, like all these old people taking the vaccine, you in your
Right.
weakest state already. You know what I'm saying? There ain't no time where your immune system was worse than it is now. You know what I'm
The moment
saying?
you realize something is truly luxury is the moment you
It's
put it
like
to
I
use.
don't get it.
Purchase or lease a new Infinity QX80 online.
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
get it, man.
It doesn't make sense, man. But now the wife is saying that it wasn't the vaccine. Who
Hmm.
what boxer didn't it was it what boxer? Hold on, let's try to find this online right now.
What you trying to find? Well, they tried to say, didn't they try to say Hank Aaron went out off that too?
Yeah, but of course they want to, they're gonna change. Of course they're not gonna. They're not gonna say that it's from the vaccine because they don't want to
Well,
scare the
yeah, they
general
can't say
public.
that.
They don't want to scare the general public. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, Thomas Hearns. Thomas Hearns. He was the one who made the statement saying that he's in ICU fighting the after effects of the vaccine. He said, and he also said he'll be just fine, but we can use the positivity and energy and prayer for his full recovery. This is what Thomas Hearns had wrote, you know,
Hmm.
on a platform. So, but apparently his wife, she stated that it wasn't the vaccine. So, did he receive the vaccine shot? And then this happened, or I mean,
Well, I
how did
mean, I bet you he got the vaccine because Hearns. I don't think Hearns would have mentioned the vaccine if he hadn't have got it, right? So
right,
my question is, I want to know what was his condition last week, 2 weeks ago.
right.
You know what I'm
Well,
saying? What was the
he
situation 2 weeks ago?
wasn't in ICU,
And that's what
so
I'm saying. I'm
and,
like,
and
man, how this happened so quickly?
you know, and the thing is, there's COVID. They just released something today. They're saying that states were downplaying COVID death numbers. So what can you trust at the end of the day? Like why did Tommy Hearns just why would he say, oh, he's in the hospital in ICU, you know um, with ailments after receiving the vaccine shot,
Right.
but he's
Like, where
gonna
did
be
he
all
get?
right.
Because that sounded specific.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Like
yeah,
somebody gave him that information.
yeah. So but then the wife, of course, the ex-wife, she gonna come out and then she says what she says. So and, that's in conflict. to what Tommy Hearns said. But
Right.
where there's smoke, there's fire. I believe.
Me too.
Like so, this this is this is strange. I'm not trying to discourage anyone from getting the vaccine shot. If that's what you decide to do, that's your prerogative. You know, but it's mighty suspicious that a boxing legend Tommy Hearns is going to tell people, release a statement saying that he's in ICU, uh, having we're having symptoms from receiving the shot, and then he
Right.
dies in ICU. So uh, it's kind of scary, man. When you think about it, man. Like it's confusing. It's like it's because from one side of the media, everyone is pushing everyone to get vaccinated. Everyone is pushing, and then for humankind, for mankind, you kind of feel the pressure of maybe I should get the vaccine. But then
Right.
you see stories like this. You see things like this that happen. So it's
Right.
like, damn, it's
And,
confusing.
and that's the thing. You got a lot of people out there promoting the black folks too. Especially, it seems like they putting
Mhm.
on a special campaign for black folks to get the virus. They bringing out all the celebrities. They done brought
Yeah,
out the Negro whisperers, Barack and Michelle.
right.
Um, so apparently, that's all it's gonna take. For Spike Lee and all them to get their shot, for everybody else to go ahead and fall in line. But like I said, I'm gonna go ahead and get the round 4 of the vaccine. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna.
I feel you. I feel you. Round 7, man. Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? I
yeah.
want to
Call
hold
for
off for
round
a
7.
while,
Yeah,
see how everybody else doing, with
yeah,
this situation before I jump out there. Like, man, you got people jumping out there, man. Is there a reward? You know what I'm saying? For
yeah,
jumping out there, man.
yeah. And
Man,
some of our close friends, they're like, they're on social media and bragging and showing, that they went and did it, and it's like, man, it's like, I'm happy for you. Good luck. I just wish everybody the best. I'm not gonna be no hater about it, but to each his own, man. You know, like
right,
I want to further investigate this though with Marvin Hagler. Like I want to see what really, did he pass away from the vaccine shot, because of the
right, cause
vaccine shot.
right,
I'm
cause,
not.
cause are we gonna get all the news?
Yeah.
Because we know there's things that have been said, things that haven't been said, things that should have been said. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So are they downplaying it? And we know they downplay stuff. So who like you said, who can we believe? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah, so I'm not going to say he passed away from the vaccine shot. I'm going to say allegedly he did, and his wife said he didn't. But Tommy Hearns, the Hall of Fame legend, said otherwise. And, the truth will reveal itself, you
Right,
know, sooner than later, you know.
right.
But
Straight up.
so,
Rest in peace, Marvelous Marvin.
yeah, rest in peace, Marvin Hagler, man. That's one of my heroes when I was young, man. Growing up, man. I was like, yeah, I want to be that dude right there. When I was younger, you know what I'm saying? Him, Ali, Sugar Ray Leonard, you know, Mike Tyson, all the greats, man. He's right there in the Hall of Fame with the greats, man.
Yep.
Rest in peace, man.
Yep. 159.
Man, man. Mm. Yeah. But here we go. We gonna get off of that. Get it in this Get into this dude right here, man. Racist ass Ron Johnson, man.
Yeah.
These
Were you
guys
able
are
to,
something else.
were you able to pull up the video?
Yeah, yeah. These guys are something else, man. I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna run it right now. I'm gonna run the video. These some idiots, complete idiots, man. Here we go. This is dummy right here, man. Let's go ahead and run this idiot. Like it's amazing
The
to me.
moment you realize
It's amazing to me that these people actually get paid lots of money, man, to be so dumb. Like to make a statement like we're about to witness what this dude says right here. You know, makes absolutely no sense.
Sometimes we hear racist dog whistles in our politics. Sometimes it's the bullhorn. Other times we see a cell phone that's just perfection. And that's what Wisconsin Senator Ron Johnson did the other day, tying together January 6th trutherism and fear of Black Lives Matter into a tight little bow.
I knew those were people that love this country, that truly respect law enforcement, would never do anything to break the law. So I wasn't concerned.
Okay, I'm pretty sure attacking the Capitol and trying to violently overturn a legitimate election is the opposite of loving our country. And in what universe does respecting law enforcement include beating a police officer with a flagpole? Smashing cops with fire extinguishers or slamming their head into it.
Yeah, man, we having slow playback. No, hold on. Yeah, so basically, it's taking too long for this to play back. But yeah, so basically, Ron Johnson, he made a statement that he wasn't concerned with his safety uh, with the Capitol rioters. He said, now if it was Black Lives Matter or Antifa, then he'd have been worried. But he wasn't worried with the rioters because they're it mainly consisted of patriots. And to me, that's just um, dumb.
Once again,
Like,
once again, you sit back and you say, okay, does this is this particular senator concerned with expanding the Republican tent, right? And when I say
right.
expanding the Republican tent, what I'm saying is he out there trying to bring in more voters to the party, or is he just out there just to throw red meat? You know what I'm saying, and keep the BS going. You know what I mean? Because the statement was pointless. You know what I'm saying? Why even make the statement unless you're talking to a particular group of people, and unless you're talking to some yahoos? It's who are they in conversation with that they create these narratives that, oh, the people that did that. Well, at first it was, oh, they're leftist agitators. We don't even believe those are Trump supporters. And it's they've given themselves every excuse to not believe what happened, and you rarely find a Republican who lets an opportunity pass by to give reverence to law enforcement, right?
Right.
But what you haven't heard coming out of that hill is the name of the officers that were injured and killed, right? You don't hear Republicans continuously bringing that name up. But during the Black Lives Matter, you may remember a name, Officer Dorn.
Right.
Officer Dorn, retired.
Retired.
He came to the fight to protect somebody's junk. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And lost his life.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? But you'll hear them continuously bring that name up.
Yeah.
But not the name of these Capitol Police that were beat and killed. So it's furthering the divide. And I look at that like, I can't join that party. I'm an independent. Don't send Ron Johnson out to try and bring in new voters, because he doesn't have any new ideas. He's just out there parroting nonsense.
Like this, just to me, to say that, like, first of all those senators were like, you're just blatantly lying. Like, he's straight lying to us. Looking into the camera, he's lying to us, lying to his constituents, and lying to himself. And I look at it as, it's like insulting our intelligence. It's like, we know that all those senators, they were worried about themselves. All of them. Right. They was all worried in the Capitol. And for you to sit there and try to pretend like that, and then it's like, so because these people were from your party, like, so those 6 deaths didn't count,
right?
Like they never happened. Like they straight beat police officer with a flag, bro. With a flag.
Man, listen. These right now we're just in a time where people just want to win. They want to win. They want to win the argument. They want to win the moment. They want to win the day. Whatever it is, they just want their side to come out with a victory. But, we as the American people, as we sit back and watch the show that goes on up there on Capitol Hill, it's like we internalize, the things that those people are saying, right? And we create divisions outside of those chambers. You know what I'm saying? We're not in politics,
right?
But we divide ourselves from the American people when those politicians up there hang out with each other,
right?
You know what I'm saying? They go to dinner together. They know each other's kids. Yeah, as much as they want to speak against Joe Biden, he's been there 30-some years,
right?
So you don't think all those senators up there haven't spent time with Joe Biden in one place or another? But they have you out here really divided. They have you out here really serious about your politics, like they're really serious. You know what I'm saying? So I've never been able to jump on that wagon of politicians like that, because I know you're a human, and what you're doing is not real. You know what I'm saying? You're saying what you need to say based on a set of ideas, but you don't necessarily live like that. You know what I'm saying? So I just can't take it too serious. And when people do take it serious, they need to sit back and say, wow, I'm following behind somebody that has a 2-year term or a 4-year term or whatever, and he may say anything for politics' sake. I can't internalize that and bring that into my real life, because it's going to create a divide that's for real, based on somebody you don't know, somebody who may be doing the opposite of what he's saying, because we find that a lot with politics, that people are doing the opposite of what they're saying. But
Right.
the dodo birds on the outside actually believe the things that these people are saying. And I don't. I can't.
Right. Like he even suggested that Dummy even suggested that Nancy Pelosi was behind the January 6th. Um,
Right.
and he said it wasn't actually a armed insurrection. He said there were professional protesters stirring up the problems that day,
Right.
and they and that they were affiliated with the radical leftist groups. You know,
Right.
The moment you realize something is
So-
truly luxury is the moment
at the end of the day, man, the dude is disillusional, man. He said even though thousands of people that were marching at the Capitol were trying to pressure people like me to vote the way they wanted me to vote, I knew those were people that love the country, that truly respect law enforcement and would never do anything to break the law. And so I wasn't concerned. So I'm like, he was he didn't see
Right.
what we saw. Like I thought he
No,
had
he
a
saw it.
better. I thought he had a better seat, a better view than what we saw from the live feeds on television of the Capitol being breached and things being uh, thrown and things projectiles being tossed and glass being broken and doors being kicked, and I mean that looked like breaking the law to me.
Man, it doesn't really matter to them at the end of the day, man. At the end of the day, it doesn't really matter to that side. They want to win. They want to win. Like I said, they need to keep. There must be a fringe group or a large group of voters out there that must be emailing Ron Johnson, telling him that, hey, keep doing what you're doing because it's working. I don't understand who is even receptive to the statements that he's making. It just sounds dumb, and sometimes I wish that the Republican or the congressmen, the senators on both sides wouldn't be so cordial in their conversation. Like, why can't somebody just say, "Hey, Mr. Johnson, that was dumb what you just
That,
said."
yeah, like
You know what I'm saying? That was dumb. Can you back that up? Because that makes absolutely no sense.
yeah.
None.
Yeah, and they just go right along with it. They don't question. That's what I'm saying. Like that's with Candace Owens when she has her show. That's what it's gonna. She's gonna say some dumb stuff, something dumb like that, and then nobody. There's gonna be no kickback. Nobody's gonna. It's gonna be
Nobody
no
there to
kick.
challenge it. You know what I'm
You
saying?
know,
Nobody there.
but but,
There may
but
be
com,
somebody there just nodding, like, yeah, you're right.
you
You're
know,
right.
but common sense. These people were breaking the law. These people that you're talking about are law-abiding citizens that love this country, love law enforcement. They're kicking the heads of a damn police officer. You know what I'm saying? It's like these people, man. They're delusional. They're what's wrong with this country. You know, at the end of the day, these people like they got a false sense of what patriotism is. They have a
Right.
false sense of what America is.
Or maybe in their minds they got the right sense, because you have senators out there pretty much telling them they did the right thing. So, you know, who's to say they're wrong? Yes, we're on this side looking at it like that didn't make any sense. That looked like, something that went on that didn't get anything done. But they haven't really been roundly condemned for it,
Right,
technically. You know what I'm
right.
saying?
Yeah,
Their support for it, and where there's support, that's energizing, right? So yeah, it looked crazy to probably 90% or 85% of America, but that 15% sometimes is all you need to continue your movement.
Right. See, I changed it from racist Senator Ron Johnson to dumbass Senator Ron Johnson, because
Right.
that statement. I'm gonna read the statement again. That's just a dumbass statement. I gotta read it again, man. Said, even though those thousands of people that were marching to the Capitol were trying to pressure people like me to vote the way they wanted me to vote, I knew that those people love this country, that truly respect law enforcement, would never do anything to break the law. So I wasn't concerned. Dumb. It is just, you have this, it doesn't get any stupider. Like, we just watched them they were breaking all types of laws. And you just gonna sit there, with your dumb ass, and ignore it.
Listen, I don't know if you recently heard Senator Tim Scott,
Mm-hmm.
the lone black senator from South
Yeah,
Carolina, I
with the
believe.
woke, he said woke supremacy is as bad as white supremacy.
Right. You see,
Yeah,
you
another
see where we at in the
dumb,
game. That's where we at
dumb,
in the game, man. That's
dumb.
where we're at in the game, where you could just say anything, anything, without anybody pushing back. And where would he do that at? On Trey Gowdy's show. Then
Right.
he came back to follow it up on another Fox News show where he's going to get no pushback. Anytime he goes on a show that's not Fox News or that's not conservative leaning,
He gets
he talks
cooked.
a little bit different. But he talks different.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Because he gets asked different questions. And you can ask the senator, hey, because he's always told his stories about the racism that he's gone through up there on the Hill.
Right.
So for him to come out and say those things, man, that I'm not joining their party. You see what I'm saying?
Mm.
I'm
Right.
not joining their party. Like why would I join that party? For what? Because you got one black senator who will
Mm-hmm.
say anything. You know what I'm saying? Who'll say anything for politics' sake. I'm
Right.
not following him, man. To me, he ain't principled. He's a
It's like
sucker at the end of the
it,
day.
it's like they losing on all fronts. White, black, Latino, whatever. It's like all they keep showing us is how dumb they are, man.
Right.
That's all I keep seeing, just how dumb they are. And then to me, I'm like, I should have got into this racket a long time ago. It's like, had I known, like like these people, they're not wired, they're not intelligent, they're not super qualified. It's like,
Nope.
and
None of that.
we can't say the bar was lowered after Trump. We can't say that because some of these people, like Ron Johnson, is a career politician. To say this dumb, that was completely dumb. Like he wasn't worried because these people were patriots that truly love their country,
Yeah.
that
So
wouldn't break the law.
so they really weren't coming to do shit.
Yeah, like, you know, so people really didn't get killed. You know, there really weren't any laws broken. You know, It's- with that being said, man, you know, a lot of these idiots, they're going to continue to soak up money, going to continue to spend money, commit crimes, get away with all types of things on the right and the left,
Yep.
because we're not excusing the left. Like the left, we're not excusing the left, but right now, the right is looking really dumb in these news cycles right now.
Yep.
Looking really dumb, man. You know, Stacey Dash apologizing, for her stupidness. Fox News. I don't understand how Fox News is still around as a channel, because I know they have lots of lawsuits. So they obviously got a big, 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 big bag behind them, man. And like I said, they're doing this injustice to the United States of America. I believe they're tearing people apart. Them and Newsmax, they're creating
Yep.
a wedge between Americans and then insane Americans and fueling the fire, And then you got these dumbass senators like Tim Johnson. I'm sorry, Tim Scott, and then Ron Johnson here, and at the end of the day, that's what the 426 show is about, trying to even out the odds, trying to make it an even playing field, because these people get out in the media and they just say the stupidest stuff and they don't get called out for it and they don't get any pushback. But that's why we're here, to even out the odds. So I want to thank everybody for tuning in and to this show. Thanks to my host, Big OC. You brought
Yeah,
that
hey,
spirit.
y'all, hit the subscribe button. Subscribe,
Yes, sir.
leave a comment, hit the like button, hit the unlike button. It don't make me no difference.
Yeah, subscribe,
Hit something though.
leave a comment, say what's up, and thanks for tuning in. Thanks for checking us out, and we'll be right back at you with another few days with another show, and we're gonna keep cranking them out, and we're gonna keep exposing these dummies and talk about all the odd things going on in the world today on the 426 show. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll catch y'all on the next one. Peace.
Peace.